Xiao Zhan dropped nearly 20 pounds, buried his own voice under a rasp thick with Northeastern dialect, and spent weeks learning to suture wounds at a real clinic, and CCTV just put the result at the very top of its lineup for the second half of the year. That's not a small flex. That's a network telling the industry, before a single episode has aired, which show it's betting on. I'm your host at Rabbit News Hallyu, and this is what's actually going on behind that placement. The show is called Xiaocheng Liangfang, a medical drama that had its formal unveiling on July 14 at CCTV's Drama and Film Co-Production Partnership Conference. It wasn't a quiet announcement. CCTV News itself introduced the series with the line "Small Town Life, Life's Best Lessons," and outlets including Guangming Daily and CCTV's own arts and culture programming followed with coverage. When a state broadcaster's flagship news division personally frames the tagline for you, that's not routine promotion, that's institutional endorsement. And the company it's keeping matters. Xiaocheng Liangfang is sitting alongside titles like A Panorama of Rivers and Mountains and The Long March in CCTV's second half slate, war epics, historical prestige projects, and it's the one positioned as the urban and medical entry. Being named the flagship of that category, ahead of its own premiere, tells you CCTV is treating this as more than counter-programming. It's a statement piece. Here's the plot, because the setup is doing a lot of work. Xiao Zhan plays Liu Zhanglinghe, a neurosurgeon at a top hospital, genuinely brilliant, until a medical accident leaves him with a tremor in his hands and a fear of snow. That combination quietly ends his career at the top. He's pushed down to a small community clinic in northeast China, working alongside a crew the material itself calls unreliable, people solving healthcare gaps with things like baking sweet potatoes to keep vaccines warm, or transporting patients in a hearse when nothing else is available. It's a redemption arc built out of the unglamorous, practical texture of small-town medicine rather than hospital drama heroics. He's not carrying that arc alone. The supporting cast includes Enai Dahong, Jiang Yang, Shi Pengyuan, and Guan Renzi, an ensemble built around character actors rather than a second marquee idol name. That casting choice matters more than it looks. When a production surrounds its lead with seasoned performers instead of another star pulling equal weight, it's usually because the story is designed to live in texture and chemistry, not in a two-lead romance engine. It reinforces that this is being sold as a character piece first. But the most telling part of this rollout isn't the plot summary. It's what Xiao Zhan did to disappear into it. He didn't just lose weight for the role, he rebuilt his voice from scratch. Low, hoarse, carrying a Northeastern accent, and reportedly sustained for the entire shoot, not just key scenes. Audiences who've seen early material are already calling it the ultimate drama voice. That's a specific kind of commitment. Actors chase physical transformation constantly, but holding a manufactured accent and register consistently across dozens of episodes is a much harder, much rarer discipline, and it's usually reserved for performances a production considers career-defining rather than routine. He also trained hands-on at an actual local clinic to get the suturing technique right, and filled an entire notebook with notes on Northeastern dialect before filming started. None of that is required to play a doctor convincingly on camera. It's the kind of preparation an actor does when the goal isn't believable, it's indistinguishable. And there's a direct contrast built into his own filmography here. This role sits almost opposite Jiu Wei, the polished, elite physician he played in The Oath of Love. Same profession, completely different register, which either means Xiao Zhan is deliberately avoiding typecasting after a major hit, or the production specifically wanted the gap between those two performances to be visible to anyone who watched both. That kind of range signaling isn't incidental in the current Chinese drama market. Community and healthcare-themed dramas, grounded, dialect-heavy, warm and healing stories rather than glossy hospital procedurals, have become a genre CCTV and platforms like iQIYI are actively pushing, partly because they travel well across demographics and partly because they read as more real in a market that's grown skeptical of overproduced idol dramas. A lead actor with major box office and streaming pull choosing to physically diminish himself, mute his own recognizable voice, and shoot in an actual Lianing County, Guta and Linghe districts in Jinju, rather than a studio backlot, fits squarely into that shift. It reads less like a vanity project and more like a calculated alignment with where the genre, and the platforms backing it, are heading. The location choice deserves its own moment, because it's easy to skim past. Shooting in Guta and Linghe isn't a cosmetic detail. Real Northeastern streets, real winter light, real regional architecture are difficult to fake convincingly on a soundstage, and audiences increasingly notice when a small-town setting is obviously a set. Pairing that physical authenticity with a genuinely trained accent rather than a performed one is how a production tries to close the gap between drama about ordinary peoples and something that actually feels lived in. That's a harder, slower, more expensive way to build a show, and productions don't usually choose it unless they expect the payoff to matter. It's also worth putting this in a wider frame. Major transformations, significant weight changes, rebuilt voices, months of hands-on skill training, tend to cluster around roles an actor and studio see as prestige plays rather than routine work. They're expensive in time, they carry real physical cost, and they only make sense as an investment if the goal is critical recognition, not just another credit on a resume. Seen that way, the preparation Xiao Zhan put in isn't just character research. It's a signal, aimed as much at critics and award consideration as at the audience, that this project is meant to be taken seriously as a piece of acting, not simply consumed as another vehicle for an established star. That signal tends to land differently across the fanbase, too. Longtime followers who've watched Xiao Zhan build a career largely on polished, romantic leading man roles are likely to read this as evidence of range, proof he can carry a story without relying on the charisma that made earlier hits work. More casual viewers, drawn in by the CCTV placement itself, may approach it simply as a prestige drama and only discover the star behind the transformation once they're already watching. Both audiences arriving from different directions is generally a good sign for a show trying to cross over from a fandom-driven hit into mainstream, awards conversation territory, which appears to be exactly the lane CCTV and the production are positioning this project for. The reported premiere date circulating is August 17th, on CCTV 8 and iQIYI simultaneously, a pairing that matters. CCTV 8 gives it the broadcast legitimacy and older, broader demographic reach, iQIYI gives it the streaming infrastructure, international subtitling, and the algorithmic amplification that actually drives a show's afterlife in clips and fan edits once it airs. 28 episodes is a substantial commitment for a mid-length seasonal drama, long enough to let a slow-burn, community-based structure breathe rather than rushing toward a single climax. Put all of that together, and what you have isn't just a casting announcement. It's a coordinated signal from three directions at once: the state broadcaster elevating it publicly at a formal industry conference, a lead actor investing months of physical and vocal preparation that goes well beyond contractual minimum effort, and a platform pairing built for maximum reach on release day. Individually, each of those is a normal part of how a drama gets launched. Together, they describe a project multiple institutions are treating as a priority bet, not a routine release.